press release that I'd like to get into the newspaper.
I'll get a reporter. Thank you.
Metro West Daily News? Okay, I'll be right in. Thank you.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
My daughter and some of her friends will be at a local package store this afternoon in Natick, and they're placing labels on alcoholic beverages, hoping to deter people from buying alcohol for minors.
Great. Thank you so much for letting us know.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Actually, while I'm here, I'd like to place a classified ad.
You can do that with a phone on the coffee table.
Ever wonder what goes into producing a newspaper? Few people realize the amount of time, energy, technology, and production that goes into bringing you the newspaper each day or week. I'm Scoop, and I'll be your tour guide. Come join me as we tour the community newspaper company and see a day in the life of a newspaper.
Advertising, this is Caroline.
A newspaper actually begins with ads. In addition to serving the public, a newspaper is a business and requires money to operate.
Which publication were you looking in? We have 107 publications.
Every business day, a team of people sells advertising to businesses and services.
And were you looking to do this consistently, or were you looking to do a one-time?
Once the ad is sold, it is booked and entered into a computer system. The computer creates dummy pages with spaces for the ads placed on the page so the news department knows how many stories will fit. Once Claudia, the reporter, has reviewed the press release, she and the photographer will attend the event to cover the story.
And can you tell me, how did you react when you heard about this campaign?
This is the editorial department where all the news stories come together. After covering the story, Claudia types her story into the computer system where an editor edits it. At the same time Claudia is entering her story, the photographer is downloading his photos. A person called a paginator takes it from here. The paginators flow copy and cut in photos to be placed on the page. The editor approves the final page,
Send it.
and the paginators send completed digital pages to the production department. Here's how the front page looks when it's finished on the computer screen. This is the plate room, where all those computer files are transferred onto metal plates. Later, these plates will go into the printing press to roll ink onto the newsprint. The plates are made on machines that burn the plates, process them, and bend them, making the plates ready for the press. Pages with full color require 4 plates for 4 different colors: cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. This is the Newsprint storage room. This is where the paper that gets turned into newspapers is kept. The CNC Framingham location uses 9,000 tons of paper per year. One paper roll can weigh anywhere from 250 pounds to 1,200 pounds. Approximately 7 miles of newsprint are contained in an average roll. At full speed, this takes about 15 to 20 minutes to go through the press. This is the machine that feeds the paper upstairs to the printing press. The paper reels are fed from below and run continuously without stopping during the press run. When it is time for a new roll to be fed to the press, the end of a new roll is pasted to the existing roll. Room, where blank paper comes in and newspapers go out. The pressmen hang the plates on the plate cylinder. Now I get to start the press. The pressman will print a few papers, check all the dates and facts and photos, and check the ads and make sure everything looks good. The pressmen add ink by adjusting ink keys that control how much of each color goes onto the plate, and then onto the paper. The press can then run up to 40,000 copies of papers per hour. As the cylinders rotate, the images are transferred onto a blanket cylinder. It is a pressman's art to balance the colors to make the image look as clear and sharp as possible. The pressmen check newspapers coming off the press and are constantly adjusting ink levels to make sure they get the best images. There are 2 plate cylinders and 2 blanket cylinders per press unit, allowing printing on both sides of the paper at once. At Community Newspaper Company, 1,605,000 papers are printed each week, containing 4,217,000,000 pages. The webs are cut and folded into a newspaper by the press folder. Wire conveyors move the newspapers from the press folder to the stacking machines. The newspapers are then fed into inserters for preprints or advertisements to be mechanically inserted. Newspapers are moved through gripper conveyors to another stacking machine. The papers are then bundled and strapped and placed on a conveyor belt to be moved out to the trucks. This is the loading dock where newspaper bundles are picked up by the delivery trucks and carriers. The newspaper carriers deliver the papers directly to the home delivery customers. Other papers go out on delivery trucks directly to news boxes in stores and businesses where papers are sold. Many papers are mailed directly to homes, where the reader receives their hometown news. Local news is the driving force behind Community Newspaper Company. In fact, there is a CNC newspaper and community stretching from the tip of Cape Cod north to the New Hampshire border. Newspapers are...
Excuse me? What are you doing in my house?
Whoops, we better go. Like I was saying, Community Newspaper Company covers most of eastern Massachusetts with 4 daily papers that include the Metro West Daily News, the Milford Daily News, the Daily News Tribune, and the Daily News Transcript. There are also over 80 paid weekly papers delivered in the U.S. mail and over 25 free weekly papers delivered directly to homes or available in news racks. In addition, many stories and photos can be found on CNC's website, townonline.com. So there you have it. People, paper, and technology coming together at CNC to bring you the news every day and every week in hundreds of newspapers across eastern Massachusetts. That's it. A day in the life of me, a newspaper. Thanks for coming along.